What's up, Swig Squad? Tea with the Diva here. Hello, everybody. It's a business jacket, so I'm just trying to cover up the logo. Anyway, this is Tea with the Diva. Hello. I'm coming to you with a review today of Love and Marriage Huntsville, season 9, episode 10. This was a funny episode. So the episode begins, opens up. Chris and Nell are sitting and eating together. They're talking about Martell and they're talking about a couple of things, but they get to the conversation where Nell asks Chris about hooking up Martell and Trish. So Chris gon' play her with, I ain't hooked them up. What you talking about? I just was on the phone with him and I told him that, I'm related to her. I knew her last name and he went on Facebook and he found who she was. Really, Chris? That's your word? That's what you standing on? That's what you wanted to? I said Nell did not believe that, but she just went on and let it go. She just let it fly. But he felt like what he lied and said is that I told Martell her last name and he went and did the rest. And he found her. He found her on Facebook or Messenger or wherever she was. That is so not the truth. That is far from the truth. You know how men kick it. Man, there's some bad bitches up here. It's this one girl. What's your name? Oh yeah, cause you my cousin, right? Yeah, her name Trish, such and such and such and such. I don't know who she with, but her name Trish. This Martell right here. You want me to give her your number? Or you want her to give me your number? You know how that go. Whatever. So he ended up exchanging numbers, but he lied to Nell and told her that he ain't had nothing to do with it and he knew her last name and all this old bullshit. I didn't really care anyway. So she wasn't tripping on it because, she was like, boys will be boys. And he was like, and women will be women. And he just started checking her on, stuff that men that she done gave compliments to. Which, yeah, she do. She say men fine all the time or whatever. But anyway, so Mel meets up with Maurice. Maurice is a narcissist. Maurice cannot sleep thinking that anybody does not think he's perfect. He really does not want anybody to check him on anything. He is a textbook narcissist. So he is checking Mel on checking him because he feels like you got to be checking me because you're miserable. It can't be because you thought that I was wrong in what I did, because I'm never wrong. So you have to feel like you miserable, and that's why you coming on me like this, because you're miserable. Because it couldn't possibly be that you think I'm imperfect. And then he gonna tell her at the end, at one time he thought she was infallible. Like he don't think he infallible. But whatever. He just wanted to use some big words. Maurice, just sit down somewhere. So they sitting there talking. And he's saying that, I felt like you were superimposing some of you being miserable because of the divorce on me. And that's why you came at me about the DUI. Mel like, no, it was not. I never said I was miserable. Like, where are you getting this from? But he's getting it from the fact that he's above being checked. So you can't check him. So if you check him, it has to be because you're miserable. So he asked Mel, so the pain that you experienced made you speak on my DUI. And she like, what pain are you talking about? He like, the pain from Martell doing what he did, y'all having to go through the divorce, blah, blah, blah. Because he gonna go all down that street because he would rather feel like that rather than feel like you thought he was wrong. Like, he not able to process her thinking that he was genuinely wrong about that DUI. He would rather feel like, oh, she mad because her and Martell got a divorce and he had a baby on her. And that's why. Yep, that's what it is. So, of course, he checking her about it. She like, Maurice, you know Melody Hope. You don't know Melody Rogers. You don't know me. You knew me, but you don't know me now. He like, what? I mean, I'm just saying, but what you went through then, you being miserable then about what happened then. She like, but I'm a whole new person now. Don't nothing that I went through that years ago. None of that is me today. But you know, he's not gonna think that. So they ended it off very mature. They both apologized. She apologized. He apologized. And that's when he snuck in that comment. You know, I once thought you were infallible. You thought that was what you were? Because that's what you are. And I know that you think you're infallible. But I didn't know that you ever thought that I was infallible. But he was just, you know, being a narcissist, just gaslighting her. He never thought that. And of course, and he just felt like he felt like she was beyond making a mistake. He felt like she was perfect. He don't feel like that about her, really. He feels like that about himself. Maurice is full of shit. Him and his brother, they both full of shit. The same type of shit. But Chris, Marceau, and Marquez meet up. They meeting up with Marquez because I guess they're going to keep trying to talk about this, beat this dead dog to death. Marquez is emotional. He wears his feeling on his sleeves, and he is not going to stop. That is who he is. So they having lunch. They talking about how emotional Marquez is. Marceau is telling him that he lied because he told him that, you know, he always make it like it's about the kids. It's about the kids. You know, he don't love the girl no more. So Chris comes out and says, like, you know, is this the reason that you lash out, you act out like you do? Like, if you left your situation, your family, your kids, and you went out of town, why are you so emotional about the situation now? Just like I said, niggas don't like for you to move on. I don't want you, but I don't want nobody else to want you either. So that's the reason why he going through what he going through. Because no, I don't want you, and I keep playing with you and yo-yoing you around. But how dare you get somebody else? He like, you don't get back like that. I'm a man with pride. I don't do shit like that. You don't just pick up and leave me sick like that. You don't throw away what we had just like that. I was gonna get right back. That's exactly how he feel. He did not want her to move on. He did not expect for her to move on. And now that she has moved on and also leveled up, he can't take it. His manhood is not able to stand it. And this man seems to be in a better financial position than he is. He can't do it. He just can't. He can't. He a man. He can't do it. So Marceau and Chris are like talking to him, and they checking him, just saying like, calm down with all that. You know, he made the comment that he said my emotions probably make me look tough. Marceau said, no, they don't. No, they don't. I'm like, nigga, why you think they make you look tough? Your emotions make you look like a bitch. That's what they make you look like. Because all that crying and whining and whimpering and all that piss contest you trying to have every time Ken around. No, they don't make you look tough. You never look tough. You always look like you about to cry. So now, that's why he trying to get on Mel. Like boy, if you don't out of here. Then he, y'all see Mel? She look good. She look good on the. What y'all think, Martell? Martell will beat you. You think Martell ain't gonna be able to have his. He just gonna jump you all together. Don't play right there. Though you don't even want to. And Mel ain't even, I'm about to entertain you anyway. But then he felt like he wanted to leave her. Who said this? I think either Chris or Marceau said, you wanted to be able to leave and come back. And when you left, she jumped on the next thing. And you couldn't come back. Because guess what? That house that you had, they moved out. He upgraded her. Your son that graduated, he bought him a car. Your kids, he done passported, they stamped up and going out of the country. Now your daughter is sitting on somebody's lap. Dude, do better next time. This was your decision, right? Even though your wife ain't about to do nothing but send them through the ringer. But hey, that's for a whole nother episode. It's the 5th Mimosas with Melody. So the theme was standing on business. So she decided to invite the cast. Everybody came. Tisha couldn't be there because she was in Vegas for her mother. Marceau walks in like he the man of the hour. He talking about, yeah, I'm giving you what you came for. Yeah. And then it was a nice event. Of course, Marceau wanted to make it. Don't this look like the Black Expo? The Black Business Expo? Marceau. No, it's Mimosas with Melody. No, it don't. It look like Mimosas with Melody. You want to make something about y'all so bad. It's not about y'all, sir. It's about her. So Trisha comes in. She talking all this about Mel that she not gonna say in her face. She gonna wait till she said in her confessions. And then when Carlos check her at the reunion, she gonna she gonna just lie her way up out of it, because she is not gonna be that big dog at that reunion and tell Mel in her face what she feel. So she was talking a little stuff or whatever. Then Marquez comes in. He go over to Maurice and Kimmy and speak to them. And then Ken has to tell everybody, I'm trying to send his kids money. I'm still trying to send them. If you gonna send the money, send the money. You send the money. What are you talking about? Then that's what I don't really like about him either. Like, if you gonna do for those kids, just do for them. And quit talking about what you doing. And keep on bragging about it, all that, like trying to belittle that man and that. Them ain't your kids. And guess what? You gonna pay them child support when she quit you? I bet you ain't gonna do that. And send them kids that money. So he kind of pissed me off when he did that. I'm sitting here right now trying to send his kids money. Marquez, I like Ken. If Marquez ain't no good, you don't gotta keep saying that to everybody. You don't gotta. And why you mad at him? Cause he don't come around. Like that should be better for you, because you getting better in the family. Like, just sit down. You are overstepping your boundaries. Okay, you are a stepdad. If you gonna take care of his kids in his absence, and he's a deadbeat, and he don't come around, and he gonna leave today and not gonna come back, let that man do what he gonna do, because them kids gonna see that. They don't need no 2-cent gallery to be talking about their daddy. You don't need to speak on their father. You need to let her do that, and you do whatever you're gonna do for those kids, and leave it alone. You starting to be a bugaboo or something. Just immature. You starting to just seem really immature to me. Just shut up. If you're going to take care of the kids, take care of them. Leave that man name out your mouth. Let her talk about her ex-husband, and you sit there and listen. You a man. So they all sitting around the table. And somebody asked Sunni, where is Moses? And oh my God, my stomach dropped for her. I know she was so embarrassed. And I think I would have said he on a business trip. I don't know. I'm might would have had to lie. I just would have had to lie. I don't think I would have been able to. That was big of her though. That was really big of her. She said he's detained right now and he is not able to be here. But I told y'all she was pregnant, allegedly. She's pregnant. She is, I know, I done been pregnant a couple times. She pregnant. She's expecting, allegedly, because of course it ain't been said all around the world, but she's expecting. But anyway, I felt so bad for her when she had to say that her husband was absent and in prison. Oh my God, that hurt me. Like, I was like, I took a real big swallow when she said, what'd she say? He's currently detained. He had to turn himself in, and Melody didn't know. So she was like, oh man, oh my God, I did not know Moses. But she was a beast. She was a G. And she said, my husband he's incarcerated right now. He's unavailable. I love it. I love it. I love the transparency. And I love the fact that she's not embarrassed. And can't nobody spray you with your own tea. When you're not embarrassed, you telling your own shit. Can't nobody do nothing about it. I love it. Nell is at Say Yes to the Dress. She's going to her 30th anniversary. And she is with her daughters. And she is going to do, her and Chris are going to do a vow renewal. Her daughters went in. She tried on her dress. Nell looked really, really pretty too. Mel came in and they cried together. They had their little tears, their little moment. And then they had their scene together. Nell expressed to her how it hurt her feelings when she told Mel that she was a mentor, and Mel laughed in her face. She said that was during the time that her mother was sick, and she would call her sisters over to sit with her mother so that she can go sit with them and mentor or counsel them until the wee hours of the morning. And you know, I do feel like, I'm glad Mel apologized, and I do feel like Nell was more of a mentor to them when they were married, because even the scene where they were on the back porch and Mel had that braid wig braided to the back, and she threw that glass at Martell's feet and was like, I'm sick of you saying that. They were at Nell and Chris' house that day. And I feel like Nell and Chris were mentoring or counseling them. I feel like that's what that visit was about. So I can go with Nell, and I can say that back then, when they were going through their separation or having their issues, that was like a mentorship or like a counselship or a counseling. You know, Mel has gotten a little big for her britches now, and now everything is downplayed, and I could see where that will hurt Miss Nell feelings, because, you know, she did feel like, you know, Mel has a way of here lately, because of her success, because she left Martell and ain't missed a piece of a beat. You know, she can tend to toot her own horn or smell herself, as my mother would say. She's smelling herself right now. I could see that in her. And then when Nell went through and explained it the way that she did, and she was able to articulate her feelings the way that she was, I was able to feel her and agree with her in that respect. I was a mentor and a counselor to you guys when you were going through your thing. Now that everything is over and and it's now no more you and him, and we are no longer needed as far as a conversation goes. And now I'm no longer a mentor or a counselor. I'm more of just a confidant or a friend. You have downplayed the amount of time and the sacrifices that I made to y'all back then when I made them. I left my dying, sick mother to come and spend time with you guys to counsel you. And now you tell me that you dumbed down what our exchange was, and now you make it something that it wasn't because you're no longer in that season of your life. You have totally removed yourself, and you have, broke free from that season. And now you're doing better, and now you're prospering, and now everything is looking up. Everything is looking up for Mel. So I see exactly what Nell was talking about. I 110% agree with her. And I am so happy that Mel was able to dig deep and apologize and have empathy for her and understand where she was coming from and why her feelings were hurt. And she didn't just dismiss her, her feelings like she did in the initial meeting when she just laughed it off like my mama, my mentor. She was more empathetic and apologetic about the situation. I appreciated that scene. But yeah, it seemed like next week gonna be something else too, because Martell and Marcel gonna be heated again. But and then you know what? If I was Mel, I don't think I would be asking Christy. I don't think I would want to give Martell that satisfaction. Like, even if I would have wanted to know what goes through the mind of a man that would want to hook my husband up, especially when he know we having problems, and he would want to hook my husband up with somebody else to further bring problems into my marriage, I don't think I would want to ask him about that once I'm done with said husband, because I don't want it to look like I'm introducing this energy back into my life. Because of course Martell is going to be so flattered that she is inquiring about this again. He gonna be so happy, and I just wouldn't want to give him that satisfaction. I guess that's just me. I just would not want, even if I wanted to know whether you did, of course he's not gonna tell you guys the truth. He's lying. He lied to his wife. So he's not about to tell you. He's not about to be transparent with you and say, oh yeah, shoot, sis was at the gym looking good, and I just said, Martell, hey, he could use some. No, he's not going to say that. He's going to say whatever it is that he's saying. He might make up a whole new lie for you, Melody. But anyway, this was a good episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Twig Squad, I will see you all later. Thank you all. Continue to like, comment, subscribe, share. And thank you to my new subscribers. Love you, love you, love you to my existing subscribers. Thank you all. This is Tea with the Diva.